Hey guys, Matt from TOTALmtg here and welcome to this week's Deck Tech. So on this week's Deck Tech, guys, what have I got for you? I've got a Pauper brew of mine. I'm calling it Pauper Stompy. It's mono green. It's very, very creature based, 27 creatures in total. And I do feel like, mono green in modern, Stompy in modern is a very, very fun deck, very cheap deck. And is, a lot of people do like playing it. Yes, it's not tier 1, but maybe in Pauper, we can, be enough, we can have enough aggro creatures to stomp past our opponents. So we have a lot of creatures and spells that are very similar to the modern green Stompy deck in here. So I've put in what I can. Obviously I had to leave out the rares and stuff like that. But I've found some very good substitutes that hopefully will make a very strong Pauper deck. So let's take a look at the creatures. So our first creature is a Frilled Soundwaller. It's a 1/1 for 1, but does have the ability where you can pay 1 and a green and it gets +2/2 to end of turn. But you can only activate this ability once. But still, potentially a 3/3 on one of your turns. And like I said, we have got ways to maybe pump them later when we're trying to do some attacks, like the modern version does. But this is our 1-drop. And our next 1-drop is Scythe Tiger. This would be great against any spot removal. It has Shroud. Now it is a 3/2 for 1, but does come with a stipulation that you have to, when it enters the battlefield, sacrifice it unless you sacrifice a land. Now we do run 21 lands, which I think is a fair amount. We probably could run less, but we do have 4 of these in there. We might have to be sacrificing some lands. We do want to get a bit of a devotion up later for the aspect of Hydra that's in there, but this, a 3/2 for 1 potentially. It might put you a little turn behind on the land base, but a 3/2 for 1 is not going to be bad. So our next creature, which is a 4 of, is Bull Aurochs. It's a 2/1 with Trample, but has a really nice ability that when another Auroch attacks, it gets an extra +1/+0. So if we can get multiples of these on the field, the Trample is very, very important. And if we can boost it some way, maybe with a Vines, maybe with an aspect to Hydra, we just might be able to get that extra bit of damage in to win the game. The next creature we go for is going to help with Devotion. It's Garruk's Companion. 3/2 with Trample again, that all-important thing for us. And it's double green, so it's going to work very well with aspects of Hydra when we read that Devotion. The modern green version of this deck, does base around green Devotion. It has, really good cards. A lot of other good cards with triple green Devotion. We don't have any of these in the deck, but we have a lot with 2 green symbols, which means we're going to build up some Devotion. And aspect to Hydra is just going to become very, very strong late game when we have creatures with Trample. The next card we have is a 3 of, which is Snapping Gnarly. It's a 2/2 with Landfall. So whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, it gets +1/1 until end of turn. So a 2/2 for 2, very nice, potentially a 3/3. I wanted another 2-drop. I thought this was a pretty nice card, Snapping Gnarly. I used to play it in Standard when, in the Zendikar. I really do like it. We put it in there as a 3 of. Our next one is Advocate of the Beast. At the beginning of your end step, put a 1/1 counter on target beast you control. Now we do run a few beasts. The Garruk's Companion is a beast, so we've got 4 there. The Snapping Gnarly was another reason why I put this in there as well, because it is a beast. So the Advocate can get +1/1 counter on target beast you control at the beginning of the end step. Just put that little counter on there. It's going to be really good. We've got a little bit of a beast theme going on here. So this will be a very important card for your deck and building up and making your creatures that much bigger. So our next creature is another beast. It is Anurid Bark Ripper. I mean, what a name. Look at the art on this. Absolutely love it. 1 double green. It's only a 2/2, but it has Threshold. So if you've got 7 or more cards in your graveyard, it gets an extra +2/2. So it's going to be a 4/4 potentially for 3 with double green for the Devotion for us. Doesn't have Trample, but we might be able to, this is going to be a very good creature for us and can help with the interactions with the Advocate of the Beast because it is a beast as well. It's a frog beast. I mean, who doesn't want a frog beast in their deck? The last card is a 3 of as well. Scion of the Wild, 1 double green. It's an avatar, and its power and toughness are equal to the number of creatures we control. Very good for us. We've got a lot of green creatures in this Stompy deck. 27, like I said, in total. So the Scion of the Wild, Scion, however you want to say it, Probably said it wrong. Someone's going to comment, but hey, never mind. I can't always pronounce the cards right. But no matter how you pronounce it, it's going to be a good card in this deck. It could be as big as a 10-10, 11-8. You never know how big this creature could be. And it is definitely a finisher for the deck. So let's get on to the spells now. Like I said, Aspect of Hydra. All the spells are a 4 off here. Target creature gets +X, where X is our devotion to green. We've got a lot of double colour green cards in there. It's going to be good. Instant speed, get that final bit of damage. It's our combat trick to win the game. Rancor. For those creatures that don't have trample, we can put a Rancor on them and then give it +2/0 trample. Really stompy this deck. What green does best is making creatures big and just trample over everything else. And the last is a 4 of Vines of Vastwood. Helps us protect some of our creatures and potentially can give it +4/4, which is none too shabby, especially if it's got trample as well. You will just trample over to victory. So the land base is very simple. We have a lot of forests. We've got 18 forests in total. A 2 Cali Garden just to make a little block. It gives you a 0-1 plant. I do like putting a couple of them in my Pauper decks. And then the last is a 1 of, maybe he was going to up it to 2, but I put it as a 1 of, which is Turntimber Grove. When it enters the battlefield, target creature gets +1/1 to end a turn. You might just need that extra 1 point of damage to get through. No spells in your hand to make it bigger. This could be the land that helps you, so maybe it should be as a 2 of. Let me know what you think if we should drop maybe another forest to put a tapped land in there. But at the moment, I've only got 1 in there. So onto our sideboard now. We've got 3 of all these cards. There's 5 cards in there. Starting off with Ambush Viper. Flash Death Touch. Going to trade off with your Gurmag Anglers with anything bigger than itself because it has Death Touch. Very nice to flash in. Always protect yourself with this card because people will be wary about attacking in when you've got a little Death Touch there. The next creature we have is Blastoderm. It can't be the target of spells or abilities, which is, it helps us in some ways when opponents are trying to get rid of our creatures. It does have Fade in 3, but it is a 5/5 for 4 with double green for devotion. Very nice cards. Aerial Volleyer there. We're going to be susceptible to flyers. Aerial Volleyer is a 3 of. You can ping the damage, hopefully take down lots of flyers. And then we've got a 3 of Natural State. Helps us against artifact decks, enchantments, mana cost 3 or less. It's a pretty much of a staple in a green deck and a Pauper in the sideboard. And our last is Pulse of Marassa, just in case we need any life against those speedy red decks. And it can also return a creature or a land card, because we do have to sacrifice with some creatures, like I said with the Scythe. And then also as well, we can return a creature. Get back maybe one of our creatures, put the Rancor on, and then take over and win the game. So that was this week's deck tech, guys. I really hope you like my mono green Pauper Stompy brew. Please let me know if you do build it. Let me know how you get on with it. I will be putting this deck together and I'm going to try and get some gameplay with it, whether that be on Twitch or I record a video for YouTube. So make sure you go and follow me down there because I do play lots of live stuff on Twitch. Why not? Follow me on here, follow me on there. I would really appreciate that. And I really do appreciate you just watching the video as well. You lot take care. See you on the next video.